exploring the wisdom of the collected works by Robert Adams. In the collected works by Robert Adams, we are led on a journey of self-discovery and spiritual enlightenment through his profound reflections and teachings. Throughout the chapters of this inspiring book, we encounter a wealth of wisdom that invites us to transcend the limitations of the mind and dive into the essence of our true nature. Chapter 1. The Nature of Reality. Adams reminds us that ultimate reality lies beyond the illusory appearances of the phenomenal world. He encourages us to look beyond forms and perceive the immutable and eternal presence that resides within ourselves. The true reality cannot be found in the external world, but rather in the inner silence where the mind quiets and consciousness reveals itself. Chapter 2. The Power of Consciousness. In this chapter, Adams invites us to recognize the transformative power of consciousness. He reminds us that we are creators of our own reality and that we can shape our experiences through our conscious attention and intention. You are the consciousness that observes, and through this recognition, you can manifest any reality you desire. Chapter 3. The Pursuit of Lasting Happiness. Adams guides us on the pursuit of true happiness, which is not found in external achievements, but rather in inner peace and unconditional acceptance of the present moment. True happiness is not a condition dependent on external circumstances, but rather on your connection to the inner source of love and contentment. Chapter 4. The Path of Surrender. In this chapter, Adams invites us to embrace the path of surrender, releasing resistance and trusting in the flow of life. He reminds us that true freedom and peace are found in surrender. By surrendering to the present moment, you open yourself to divine grace and allow life to flow naturally through you. Chapter 5. The Importance of Gratitude. Adams reminds us of the importance of gratitude as a daily practice to open our hearts and connect with the abundance of the universe. By recognizing and appreciating the blessings present in your life, you attract more reasons to be grateful. Chapter 6. The Silence of the Mind. In this chapter, Adams invites us to find the inner silence of the mind as a gateway to peace and clarity. He reminds us that it is in the space between thoughts that we find true serenity. When the mind quiets, you come into contact with the silent essence of your being, where all answers reside. Chapter 7. The Awakening of Consciousness. Adams reminds us that true spiritual awakening is not a dramatic event, but rather a gradual process of recognizing our divine nature. Spiritual awakening is not an external search, but rather a return to the awareness of the I am that has always been present. Chapter 8. The Illusion of Time. In this chapter, Adams invites us to transcend the illusion of time and recognize the eternity of the present moment as the only access point to reality. Time is a construct of the mind, while eternity resides in the stillness of now. Chapter 9. The Practice of Meditation. Adams guides us on the importance of meditation as a tool to quiet the mind and connect with our true nature. In meditation, you dive into the depths of your being, where unwavering peace and infinite wisdom await. Chapter 10. The Essence of Unconditional Love. In this chapter, Adams reminds us of the essence of unconditional love as the primordial force that sustains the universe and invites us to live our lives from this place of love. Unconditional love is the essence of your being, and by reconnecting with this truth, you become a channel for the expression of love in all its forms. Chapter 11. The Art of Forgiveness. Adams guides us on the importance of forgiveness as an act of liberation and healing. He reminds us that forgiveness is not so much about the other person, but rather about ourselves, releasing the burden of resentment and making space for love. By forgiving others, you free yourself from the weight of the past and make room for the flow of love in your life. Chapter 12. The Consciousness of Unity. In this chapter, Adams invites us to recognize the interconnection of all life and experience the underlying unity that binds us all. In the consciousness of unity, there is no separation between self and other, only the experience of being one with all that is. Chapter 13. The Grace of Surrender. Adams reminds us of the divine grace that is always available to those who surrender to the flow of life and trust in the process of existence. In surrendering to divine grace, you find peace and contentment beyond the understanding of the mind. Chapter 14. The Journey of Self-Discovery. In this chapter, Adams invites us to embark on the journey of self-discovery, exploring the depths of our being and awakening to the truth of our divine nature. The journey of self-discovery is a journey home, where you reconnect with the eternal essence of your being. Chapter 15. The Blessing of Presence. Adams reminds us of the blessing of presence, which invites us to be fully present in the present moment, where all the magic of life unfolds. In the full presence of the present moment, you find the fullness of life and the joy of simply being.
The text delves into a series of profound themes related to spirituality, self-awareness, and personal fulfillment, all based on the teachings of Robert Adams. Each chapter offers a fresh perspective on essential aspects of life and the spiritual journey, inviting the reader to engage in deep reflection about themselves and the world around them. One of the central ideas is the importance of transcending the limitations of the mind and recognizing the immutable and eternal presence that resides within each of us. This reminds us that, despite life's ups and downs and everyday concerns, there is a part of us untouched by time and external circumstances. Another recurring theme is the practice of full presence and surrendering to the present moment. This practice urges us to let go of worries about the past and future and simply be present in the here and now, where the magic of life unfolds. It is in this state of presence that we find true peace and contentment, regardless of external circumstances. Moreover, the text emphasizes the importance of gratitude, forgiveness, and unconditional love as essential foundations for a fulfilling life. These qualities remind us of our connection with others and the universe as a whole, inviting us to live from a place of compassion and acceptance. Lastly, the reflection on the nature of reality and the illusion of time prompts us to question our perceptions and recognize the eternity of the present moment as the sole access point to true reality. It is by transcending the illusion of time and separation that we can experience unity consciousness and connect with the divine essence within ourselves and all that exists. In summary, the text offers a series of profound and inspiring reflections on the nature of life and existence, inviting the reader to embark on a journey of self-discovery and spiritual fulfillment. It serves as a powerful reminder that, despite life's challenges and uncertainties, there is an inner light that guides our path and leads us back to our true selves. If you've been inspired by these reflections on the teachings of Robert Adams in The Collected Works and want to delve deeper into these topics, consider subscribing to the channel that shares videos on these subjects. Subscribing can offer you a continuous journey of learning and spiritual reflection.